Name the song. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RAYGO Reaction. Alright. Boys and girls, how is everybody doing? It's a good day. There's nothing more fun than waking up, pouring yourself a coffee and cracking on and looking at and finding music that you've never heard before. Now today is one of those days because one of our legendary subscribers by the name of Kevin has requested a song. By the way, guys, if you want to request a song, follow the link in the description below. Kevin, thank you very much. He has said, "Hi Joe, imagine you have been invited to play the US Festival in 1983 in front of 500,000 people on the same bill as the top acts of the day. Triumph, a hard-working Canadian band, rose to the occasion and stole the show. Fight the good fight." I have never listened to Triumph in my life. It's a Canadian band, as he has mentioned. I have heard of Triumph through my brother Max, who, when he was listening to Rush, he also got told about the band Triumph. And I only heard good things, so I am intrigued on this one. If you didn't know, guys, I have been going down the Rush avenue at the moment. I've heard 2 songs, Xanadu and Free Will, and I'm interested to hear more. But now, there's a lot of bands that are coming out of Canada. You guys are mentioning, like Blue Rodeo, Rush, now this Triumph. So I'm intrigued to see what this is like. Without further ado, hit that subscribe button, guys. Like this video, because I'm sure there's going to be more where this came from. Let's go! Sounds rich. Wow. Is that Forrest Gump on the bass?
The days grow shorter and the nights are getting long. Feels like we're running out of time. Every day it seems much harder telling right from wrong. You got to read between the lines. Don't get discouraged, but don't be afraid. We can make it through another day. Make it worth the price we pay.
What a voice. Ooh.
The good book says it's better to give than to receive. I do my best.
Sounds quality. Sounds rich. Nice guitar tones. Again, this is very similar to Rush. He's got that high pitch voice. I don't know what the word would be. A tenor voice register, I think. You guys let me know if you're into that stuff. The bass player doing similar things, you know, to what the... However, it's the opposite way around in Rush. The bass player is the singer, isn't it? Geedy is his name. I'm learning. These would be perfect supporting one another. And that brings me to my next question. I wonder if these ever did support Rush, because it would be a perfect matchup, really, if these was on before Rush. Or the opposite way around. Who knows? Whoever's headlining.
Taking my part. Nothing in my pockets and I got nothing up my sleeve. I keep the magic in my heart. Keep up your spirit, but keep up your faith, baby. I am counting on you. You know what you've got to do. Fight the good fight, the moment. Every minute, every day. Fight the good fight, the moment. I said it's
Wow.
on the way.
That guitar tone. exactly like Rush.
Where you'll fit into the play. You're the master of your own destiny. So give and take the best that you can.
Hello, hello. I know what's happened here. Mate, first of all, that solo was sick. You know what? What the hell's that noise? Hello? Yeah, damn, I swear a ghost was just behind me. You know what? This is more my kind of... So... someone's cutting the grass. Even though it's not the summer yet. Right, what that bass player just did, first of all, is he went over to the keyboard and he pressed a note that... If you listen back, that's the exact note where he's clicked it on the synthesizer, and what he's done is he's clicked it where it holds the note. So I don't know if he's got a pedal underneath and it sustains and it just keeps playing, because it was playing throughout both of them doing that solo section, but nobody was actually touching the keyboard. So in that aspect, you can do things like you can press the note and then keep it on loop, so it will just play and it won't stop until you tell it to stop. Now he's just gone back into the chorus. The cameraman didn't capture it, but he clearly went over to it, the bass player, and just turned it off and then continued. Which is cool because it made the solo section sound fuller. It gave it that bigger effect. This is cool stuff, this would have been new at the time as well, these kind of loop pedally clicking things, keeping it. This was new at the time, so you got to appreciate that as well, that these are doing it on another level. God damn. Apologies. Every time I go to record, someone does something around it. But the voice is very similar, but I've got to say, this is a more of a better song for me. Because on my Rush reactions, I have said, and I know this is about Triumph, but they very are similar, so I have to compare slightly. On the Rush ones, very, very talented, multi-instrumental stuff, and I like to watch it. However, I have said on there, it's not really my kind of music. Whereas this, I'm more on board with that, like, it's more catchy, this song. It's got a better hook. It's not so many structures. By structures, I mean it's not got so many different... It's almost like with Rush, it tells a story. Which is cool to watch, though, because it's refreshing. I'm telling you, if these supported each other, this would have been so sick. Let's go.
Take a look inside your head. Nothing is easy. Oh, nothing good is free. But I can tell you
A lap steel guitar.
there's an answer in your heart.
Same.
Thank you, everybody. We had a ball. We'll see you next time.
Yo! That's it! Yeah, baby! He's a G.
Thank you, Triumph London.
That was sick. I ain't joking. That is what I'm talking about. Hell yeah! Triumph. Who? Mate, 500,000 people I would have loved. Oh, mate. Do you know how hyped you must feel to play in front of 500 people? I did a gig once at the Isle of Wight Festival. It's quite a famous festival. And must have been about, I don't know, 200 people in this my little area. And I was on a hype, shredding a ready-do. It made me feel like that. They must have felt so good. I tell you what, this was in when was this? 1983. He's running up and down the stage. I used to think Guns N' Roses were like the guys who created that, but clearly they were inspired by bands like this who were doing it. The stage is huge. They're running up and down. That is a show right there. Doing this. That's cool. Everything was cool. The fact that they're all talented musicians, and it always goes back to that again, which I've mentioned in the a couple of my other videos. This is what happens when you get a band where every one of them is actually very talented. Because you do have bands where I don't know much. I just play the rhythm guitar. Okay. But do you reckon you're going to be able to hit the synthesizer mid-song and make it ring and whilst continuing it? Nah, I won't be able to do that. And that's the difference between bands who, are just normal bands and huge bands. And this is clearly why they're playing in front of 500,000 people. That was sick. His voice was quality. The song was good. You know what I mean? It's a good song where it was had good melodic phrasing and it had nice little hooks. Very, very similar to Rush, but I couldn't tell you differentiate just yet why and what separates them. But in fact, there's one reason that differentiates these at the moment, and I would say that Triumph's songs are more singy-songy, and Rush is more a story within music, which both are just as cool as each other. I want to continue watching them both, and I wouldn't mind doing some sort of comparison of these, and people hear comparison and start going, you can't compare them. Guys, chill. Yes, you can. Comparing doesn't always have to be a bad thing. You can take pros and cons away from everything. At the end of the day, we don't need to look at the cons. We look at the pros. They're both talented. And we can compare why they sound similar and what they do different to each other. I think that would be pretty cool. But guys, let me know any other Triumph songs you want me to check out. That was genuinely so sick. I like the tone the guitar player has. As you can see, he was hitting the foot pedals on the floor. He had a defo chorus on there, I think. If you know, let me know, because I love that. When in the verses, not the chorus, when he went to the more softer sound on the guitar, there was I can imagine he had this chorus pedal on. And I think that really gets overlooked. I need to use that more to my advantage on my songs. But yeah, if you didn't know, guys, I am in a band called RAYGO Bloom, and I'm going to love yous and leave you with one of our songs. So if you could spare me 3 extra minutes and just listen to the tune, which I'm going to play now, and let me know your thoughts on it. Also, like I said, if you want to suggest and request a song of your choice, follow the link in the description below. Until next time, guys, peace.
don't know how or why I plan these promises I can't make, but it boils down to reasons you can't take. I'm afraid I'm a bad boy for saying things that I'll take back one day, but I can't seem to shake this man I've came. You love and hate. You made the choice that you'd like some rather than you made the choice that you'd like some rather than so when the time comes, I'll be conscience free, 'cause I know I've done no wrong to you. To you. I know me, but that's the one key I can never twist. I've said my piece and I have made it clear. I've been sincere. There's not much more I can say. You cannot have it any other way. No, there's not much more I can say. You cannot have it any other way. You made the choice that you'd like some rather than none. You made the choice that you'd like some rather than none. So when the time comes, I'll be conscience free, 'cause I know